Hello again, Struck. Well, here I am bringing you some more information about Gotham Knights, a game coming out on the 25th of October this year. I can't wait personally myself. August, September, October, TikTok, come faster. So, what is this video gonna be about? Well, the devs again through IGN have shared some information, and I wanna relay this information in case you missed the original one. It's about the skill trees and the Knighthood skill tree, which is kind of a special one, as well as what makes a hero unique, that whole game is about. In general, the story is leaving Gotham without Batman, without Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne is dead, and so is Commissioner Gordon. And here they are, our four heroes, which you can control only one at a time, trying to fill that void. The hero you choose, they have to find their own way of being Gotham savior. They're not trying to become Batman. They're trying to become whatever Gotham needs. It could be a new knight. And them reaching knighthood is that realization which we will talk about later at certain point in the story when things change and that character decides, okay, I don't need to be the new Batman, I need to be a new type of hero, the hero that Gotham needs, maybe even though they are not asking for it. The developers say that the main abilities that you see on the ability tree are abilities that you unlock after you've earned ability points, and that's something that's a natural functional leveling in the standard RPG way. You get XP, you level up, you get some ability points, and there are dependencies and prerequisites like you would normally see in an action RPG. But that is the gaming mechanism for those abilities. So they decide to do the more standard skill tree, and that's not bad. It's not too big of a skill tree. You do have some choices. Do I go left or right before I go down? Which one do I take? It's good. It's okay. And it makes you make some choices. And they're saying later on that as you reach the end game, you would find yourself spending some points, but not everything will be unlocked. So there will be some mixing and matching and focusing on this or that skill cluster to fit your build. It's like you're making a version of those heroes that feels right to you. What version, what do I imagine this hero as? Do I imagine that hero is focusing more on this side of his skill trees or on that side of his skill trees? And that's good. It's pretty solid to have that as an option. And that's where respecing and trying new heroes comes. When it comes to respecing, they're saying we're a multi-protagonist game and we expect that a lot of players are going to identify fairly quickly that, okay, I like this hero, this character matches my style of play, I'm invested in their progression and in their evolution, I want to play that character for a long time. That said, there's 3 other heroes that you may decide at some point it would be interesting for you to try, and that you want to be able to jump into playing without feeling like you're being penalized or need to go back and redo a whole bunch of work in order to get them advanced. And this is great. So basically what they're saying is as soon as you decide you can pick a new hero, you do so, and all the progress you've earned on the previous hero gets applied to that hero except certain cases. So they're saying, so when then what happens is if you decide to switch characters, basically you now have a surplus of ability points that you can go into the menu and spend. And you can look at the whole ability tree, you can decide what you want to have access to and where to spend the points. But again, there would be certain things you would still have to do, some challenges and things like that that are unique to that character that you would still have to do, but you won't have to redo the whole story beat with that hero. The progress you've reached with one hero in terms of main story would be done already, and with that in mind. So what is the knighthood skill tree and how does it unlock? Well, knighthood is a moment of realization of your character throughout the story. I think it's around level 15 or so, because based on what I've seen from other videos the developer shared with us, a level 15 Nightwing is using something that you unlock with knighthood, the glider thingy kind of. drone that Nightwing uses. So if you assume around level 15 or under level 15-ish, you unlock that, then that's good. You don't need to be max level to start earning Knighthood ability points. And it's some sort of like, it's a moment in that character, as I said, a very nice turning point when they realize, okay, I don't need to be the new Batman. I can be a new type of hero that the city needs, my own type of hero. And apart from that, it unlocks a bunch of other things. Let's quote the developers on what they're saying. It unlocks the hero traversal that I mentioned. So for Batgirl, it's a gliding with her Bat Mantle or whatever. It unlocks your ultimate ability, which is a drone for Batgirl, and it unlocks the Knighthood ability, where you can start to add additional very powerful mechanics to your hero that are otherwise not available to you until that point in the story. And once you've unlocked Knighthood for one character, you don't need to go and do the story again to unlock it for another one, but you still need to go out and do challenges that unlock those certain abilities in the Knighthood tree. So keep that in mind. And again, it's a moment where they have this epiphany, and they're giving an example where Robin suddenly starts thinking about how Batman is not just what was in the Batcave and what his gadgets are there, but he also has a connection to the greater part of things of the DC universe, to the Justice League, and how he has access to the to the Justice League's satellite, and Robin decides to use that, and that's the source of some power for him, where he gets a short-range teleport ability, a blink. So that's kind of how they're tying this to the war, how they're tying those ultimate abilities and traverse methods and so on to the war of the game with that Knighthood. Momentum abilities, what are they? Well, they're kind of like skills that you can attach to certain hotbars. Let's call them active abilities, maybe. Active abilities, and you get those by completing challenges in the world. And what the developers say is, when you look at the momentum ability breakdown, in order to unlock that, I need to do the following 4 or 5 things. So there would be a set of things you need to complete, basically is what they're saying, in order to unlock a certain ability, and eventually you would be able to unlock all of them if you feel like it. I'm seeing that there is 8 of those so far for at least the hero that they've shown us, which seems a reasonable amount. And I'm not sure if you can use all 8 at the same time by doing a certain combination of keys, or whether you have to pick 4. Time will tell once they review more information regarding that. The developers keep on by saying this. The most amount of synergy between abilities in different trees actually happens between the momentum abilities tab and the rest of the trees. For example, Batgirl's Beatdown is a momentum ability, but can be powered up by other abilities in her tree that allow her to do it more effectively and with piercing damage, which the ability doesn't usually have at the start. And they keep saying that they think players will and probably should mix and match to get the best out of the abilities in Gotham Knights. They're saying that we know that players will choose ability clusters as we've arranged them in the tree, because they are excited about an individual ability, but there is a lot of synergy between trees, and also you have to experiment to find out what you really like. So in general, it's great. Each hero has its own uniqueness, each hero has its own things to work towards, but completing the story on one hero also completes it on another, so you don't have to redo it. There are still hero-specific things you have to do, such as Knighthood challenges and the momentum ability challenges and so on, and that is great. That will keep you playing. There might not be that much diversity, but there is enough diversity that would make you mix and match and find the version of the hero that feels right to you, the build that you imagine as the signature build for that hero in your mind. To get notified when I upload more content like this one or other builds and guides for Wooter and not so Wooter games, you can subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button to not miss out on notifications. As well as keep in mind there's something called memberships on YouTube, which lets you be a paying member for my channel to get access to perks such as emotes and badges made by me, as well as the option to get one-on-one tutoring for the very basics of Adobe Photoshop, Premiere and After Effects. And memberships can be cancelled at any time if you no longer want to be a member. Thanks for watching all the way until the end. Struck Web, keep it cool until next time, and goodbye.